coming up on today's episode.
Good day, YouTube, here with you on a Sunday afternoon in my workshop. And what you see in front of you is another computer. Well, yes, you know me and the computers. I did some research online, and I wanted something. I don't know if you can see it up here, but right up there on the top corner of that, it says Optiplex, and I'll zoom in on it so you can see it. But it says Optiplex 7050. Now, that's not a big deal, better than what I have. I have an Optiplex 7020. So you may ask, why the urge to get this? Well, several reasons. Okay, so rather than go through this point by point, take up a lot of time, I'm going to put the flash up on the screen for you. Comparison of the 7020 and 7050, and you can see the advantages there, and then we'll talk a little bit about it later on. But first we want to take a look inside of this little level here, and to do that you got several things to take apart. Obviously it's a Dell, you don't need tools to do that. And also there's another option, or another deal why I wanted this, and we're going to open it up in a little bit here and show you why and show you what it means. So let me get this opened up and we'll go from there. I'll speed up the opening up process. You've probably seen people do this before, so yeah, there you go. So that's the whole thing of the opening up, or the uniqueness of the Dell systems, the way they work. Now let me bring you in here a little bit. You can see the little circle there. You see there's another one right there. You see there's a socket right there. That's what they call NMVE. I can't remember what it is, but they take an M2 SATA stick, basically SSD, and you have the ability to use that as well as the hard drive. And I have a 512, one of those coming as well, so 512 gigabytes that is, and so that is going to be my main boot up drive. Right now I'm running MX Linux, and that's exactly what that one will run. And so that's there. This is the 3.5 inch bay that I have one 3.5 inch drive that I will install in here, and I don't know how well you remember it, but the 10 terabyte drive that I bought some time ago, that will go here. And so like I said, presently the other 3.5 inch drive I have in my 7020 is the MX Linux, and again that will be transferred to this M2 drive that goes here, and I won't need that one any longer. Now that leaves some more space down here. Now these are the other little thing I kind of liked about this system. It has it presently has two bays for 2.5 inch drives, and this is a caddy port. You just slide that out like that. Now I mentioned the little 3D printed one here, and if we look at it closely, the reason I printed this is because it holds 3 drives, and you screw those in there and it slides in exactly the same way, basically. Line it up there so it slides in, but basically slides in like that and then snaps into place. So now you have 3 2.5 inch hard drives here, and that uses up the rest of my SATA ports. So what I've accomplished here is basically I've done the same thing with the new computer that's presently on the other computer, and I'll use 2 of the drives that I have now on the other computer. And so I'm going to have the same capabilities that I have now in a much more smaller space and a faster space, and like I said, that's just the way I want it. As far as the slots are concerned, the only one I will be using is this one here for right now, unless something changes. Well, I'm sorry, not that one, this one. And I want to basically put my graphics card that's in the 7020 in there, and that will run everything just like it was before. Anywho, that's that. So there's a good quick look at the whole system here. Again, all this these pop out. Now all these come out from the front. Well, now this one doesn't. It comes out from the back. But like I said, now one of the other things I want to show you. Close this up a little bit. We can turn this around. Is the complement of the let's see. This is Ethernet port right here, and then we have two USB, regular USB. Now these are probably meant for your keyboard and mouse. Now I only have a keyboard with a trackpad, so I'd only use one of those. So I will have one extra for that. Then I have 4 USB 3s here. Now that's going to be, they're all going to be used. I can tell you that right now. So let's swing around. It also has one audio port out, which is okay for me. Here's your display ports here. Here's your HDMI. And this is a serial port. It also has a VGA port that can be added here if you want to. Now the front, it has 2, I think, regular USB. I believe those are USB. It has one USB 3 port and also a USB-C port. That seems to be the big thing these days is USB-C, but I don't presently use them. I mean, you can, if you wanted to use it for something, it can be used. Again, there's a good look at everything that this has as far as the way it goes. So we just go ahead and bring the other computer in here now and start stripping out the drives. Alright, let me get off here and do that, and we'll be right back. Alright, we have the 7020 now up on the bench, as you can see. Now, the things I'm going to remove today, well, yeah, all these drives here come out. This is the MX Linux drive down here on the bottom. I think you can see that. Yeah, you can see it. These are the two 2.5-inch drives that we swapped out, and so those are coming out. Whoops. The graphics card's coming out. That's going to be swapped over. I'll probably use a few of these cables. So again, go ahead and start pulling these out real quick. Let's just get these 3.5-inch drives out. Well, I gotta take these off first. Here's our 3.5-inch drive. Slide out of here. Not crazy about the fact that these get put in upside down, but is what it is. As you can see, this is a 500 gigabyte drive there, and we'll put that off to the side. These are the two 2.5-inch drives. One's a 1 terabyte drive, and there's the 1 terabyte, and the other one down below is the 120 with Windows 10 on it. So those are coming out. There it goes. And this has to come off here as well. Like that. And it takes that out. Now, that's everything I need there. That stayed pretty clean. That's nice. This has the extra card in it, the extra SATA card that we won't be using with the new computer. So we'll leave that in there. That doesn't have to come out. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else that we have to take out of here right now. Let me get this out of the way and we'll come back. Alright, we're back again. This time trying to just about let this thing defeat me. But in the end I won. This is the 3.5-inch hard drive bracket. Caddy, whatever you want to call it. It slides into the 7050. And it took me forever to get this in here because I could not figure out how that would bend enough to go in there. As you can see, that's pretty solid. Doesn't bend a lot. But if you look, I didn't notice this, but if you look at this side, it's open here, the back, it bends. These bend on this side. This is the solid side here. Once I figured that out, actually I got the diagram up on the manual, owner's manual, and figured that out. But again, I just didn't notice it, and if you look at it from the back, you see this is all solid here, and this is actually open, so that's meant to be bent. So you gotta be smarter than the plastic sometime, and sometimes I'm not. So so let's get this here. Goes like this. Get my head off of the oops. Again, smarter than the plastic, Doug. There you go. You seen that pop out right there? So that should get us going there. As far as the 3.5 inch drive now. So now the next thing I need to do is to take the 2 drives out of the other caddy and swap that around. So let me do that real quick and we'll bring you back. Alright, we are back once again. As you can see, I do have these drives now installed. I've got one on the top bay or slot, whatever you want to call it, and one on the bottom. The big one is the 1 terabyte is on the top, and the 120 gigabyte is on the bottom. So again, it took some doing, but I got her done. So anywho, oh, also the graphics card is in. I think that's it. I think it's button it back up, put it back in the living room, and see if it boots up and works. Good evening, YouTube. Here with you at the computer, as promised. Gonna go over with, as you can see, this is the Dell Optiplex 7050 mini tower desktop, 3.3 gigahertz Intel Core i5 6600, 8 gig of RAM, and no hard drive. And you can see right there is what I paid for it, 40 bucks. Of course, by the time you added shipping and everything, it was like $58.85. But, you know, they don't ship these things for free, I guess. So anyway, that's let's look at it. But like I say, you've already seen it in the live version of what we've done. There's the reading on the BIOS and the CMOS, or whatever you want to call it. And there, as you can see, I'm going to do a close-up on this. You'll see it does say there's SATA 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is 5 SATA ports. And then separately, there's the M2 PCIe SSD, and that is separate. And I know that is separate because I have that working as such now, because that part came in. Unfortunately, the other 2 parts that I needed to complete this did not come in. That one was the CPU, the 7700 i7. That did not make it. It is supposed to be hopefully here tomorrow. Both of them are in Indianapolis. The other item is the 2 sticks of 16 gigabyte of RAM, so I'll have 32 gigabytes. And like I said, I'll be upgrading it all the way to 64 here shortly. It's not that expensive. So, like I said, sometime after the first year, I'll probably buy 2 more sticks from the same company. That way they'll match and everything. So, anyway, so there you go. There's the, like I said, that's all I had to go on as far as when I bought this. So, there you are. That was a good deal, I thought. Some of you all may not think so. Now, I am using this computer right now for this. Slowly, I'm adding things back in. I have my email set up and working perfectly. There's a couple other things that I do have my printer set up to work now. Did that a little earlier this evening. Just little things like what I'm using to record this is Kazam. I added that, and then there was another program, I can't even remember what it was. Oh, SM Player. I like that for playing my videos back, things like that, and so that's pretty good. It's pill time. Can't forget the pills, you know. Anyway, So, like I said, this is what we're up against. Now, I do have my same, I even got my same wallpaper on here. So that's pretty good. I got Shotcut installed, and I'll be using that to edit this. I've got color paint. That's another one I use a lot. Of course, there's Brave. We've seen that. But like I said, this is what we got, and I haven't really. Oh, I have set up a couple of things. Let me bring up the file manager here. You can see there's the 10 terabyte drive, and there's our 3 terabyte drive on the other system in the workshop. Right now, I have three physical hard drives installed. So that's 3. I have the 10 terabyte is in there. That's the 3.5 inch. I have the 1 terabyte drive is the 2.5 inch drive installed, and I have a 120 gigabyte drive for Windows 10 right here. So I don't know why this shows up as 500, but there's two operating systems on that one drive, and that might be why it's only showing up that way. I don't know, but anyway, it is a 1 terabyte drive. So I've got another one coming now. That's going to be my Windows 11. You may recall I had Windows 11 on the other computer, and that's going to max out our SATA ports here. So we can't very well put anything else there. Now, that's that. But in the meantime, I've been on Amazon and I bought some things. So that's the one I've got there. I do have that now here, and I was using that during the install. MX Linux has a feature called Snapshot, and you can basically take a picture of your system as it is. And I did this on the while I was still using the 3.5 inch hard drive in here. Did a snapshot of it, and I put it on this drive here, and I basically booted from that, and that had basically a full copy of everything I was using. Now there's a couple of caveats to that. It doesn't include the all your little things like mapping your hard drives, things like that. That doesn't come with it, and when you do the snapshot. But basically everything else. Now what I did do was from that install, I took and copied over the Thunderbird, my email, and put that back into my folder, my home folder, and put that and started up Thunderbird. Everything was just like I left off. It was perfect. So very happy about that, but that came in handy for that. Now I don't know what I'm going to be using that for. I have the other one, that the 2 terabyte SanDisk drive, and I've been busy. Bob and I printed one up already, and it didn't fit. I didn't measure quite good enough. But there's 3 portable USB drives that I'm going to be installing in that holder that I'm making. And along with that, I have another item coming here. Let's see if we can't find that. This is a USB 3 hub, and you can see it's got the 4 ports there. Then it has a charging port, which you can't hardly see on the end down here. So you can see all the specs up here. So that's coming. I don't know when it'll be here, but it is coming. And then I had to go along. I wanted one. I wanted one that had the card reader built into it, but I could not find everything I wanted with a long cable and everything else I wanted. So I ended up ordering a card reader to go with it, which is this one here. So that will plug in, and that will have to have a place to sit. And all these things will be have 3D printed holders, and they'll go on my little post over here next to the chair, and they'll be accessible from that. Because hopefully once the CPU and the RAM arrives, I will button the computer back up. Right now it's sitting over there. It's kind of bare. Got the side cover off of it, and that's because I've been working on it. But I have it pretty well stable now, and like I said, I just wanted to leave it like it is until hopefully tomorrow those come in. They are both in Indianapolis, so let's take a look at that. Oh, here's our 1 terabyte drive. What Windows 11 on. It's 1 terabyte, 2.5 inch. Now I have room in that 3-holder, 2.5 inch caddy that we 3D printed, so that will go there. Now, like I said, when this comes in, it's got a tracking number, but that's as far as I've gotten with that so far, I believe. Now here's the RAM I ordered. Like I said, they're 32 gigabytes, two 16 gigabyte sticks, and like I said, those should be good, I hope, but you never know. See, you can see 38 bucks is what that costs, so for another 38 bucks I'll have a full 64 gigabytes, and that's what I want. And along with the processor that I got, we'll go back and take a look at it. There's it. It is. I don't know. I guess that's Kaby Lake. I don't know. Kaby Lake. I don't know. It's Kaby pronounced Kaby Lake, whatever it is. Let's look at the tracking on that, and we'll see. It says arrived in. Now this poor CPU's had a heck of a trip. It came from Texas and came to Indianapolis, and then it went back to Texas again and came again. So it's been on this trip twice, round trip twice, and now it's in Indianapolis. So hopefully it will be here in the morning. I don't know. You can see it says running behind. Original estimate was Friday. So last location is Indianapolis. Normally they come to Seymour from Indianapolis, so it should be here. Same way with the this is in Indianapolis. This also took a trip. I don't know where it went, but it says in transit, and it kept saying that, and then you can see it was in Indianapolis. Then it took off again. Now it's back in Indianapolis. So I'm not sure what's going on now. This one here, I don't have the tracking anymore on that, but it went to Indianapolis. It was the first one to get there, I think. Now this is the M2 SSD card, and like I said, it came to Indianapolis the first, and then it went to Columbus, Ohio. No idea why, but it did. And then it came back to Indianapolis, and it ended up getting here first, so it came in yesterday, I believe. And I did get that put in. And now, like I said, everything is on the, it's running from that SSD, and it runs pretty darn fast, I'll say that. It is really quick. So very happy, very pleased with everything that's going on this stuff here. So like I said, that's good. I don't really know anything else until the stuff comes in, hopefully tomorrow, and maybe then we'll go back into the shop and put that in, and we can button this thing up and start using it. Well, I mean, I'm using it now, but we'll start using it like it's supposed to be used, I guess. And so, anywho, that's it for now, unless I decide on something else adding to this. But I just wanted to let you know about all that stuff that was going on in behind the scenes, in addition to the actual working on the computer footage that we have on this. And so I don't know what this is going to end up being as far as time-wise, but I will cut a lot out, as I usually do. So like I said, it is what it is. And so again, pretty happy with the way everything is going. And like I said, that's about it. So like I said, we'll talk at you guys later, and we will see you.